How long do you think through NASA or SpaceX or Virgin or whatever fucking private, whatever, irrelevant. Give me a number. How many years do you think it will be before we put a human foot on Mars, and why? Because I have my own timetable, and I want to hear your opinion, because I think most people are way too optimistic. Like literally the walking definition of hubris. I don't think they appreciate the complexity, because I went to space camp, dude, and I went to Space Academy as a child. I was obsessed. I was going to be an astronaut. I was going to go to the Air Force. I was going to do it, and then I found out that they do a spinal tap, and if you've ever done LSD, you're not allowed to go to space because you might freak the fuck out. And I was fucked because I did a lot of acid at 14 years old.
Oh.
And so that changed. I was done. I was done. That entire course of my life was forever dead.
That sucks.
So I was like, all right, well, so then I just became a fan of space instead of like literally trying to go to space. So when I say I went to space camp and Space Academy and I was obsessed, I am not fucking joking, dude. So I have a very strong opinion of what I think I know. Right.
Well,
and I'm sure there's some Dunning-Kruger in there. Like, I get it. Like, I understand how.
So are you
I'm
talking
on the better end of the Dunning-Kruger?
You're talking before an actual human sets foot on Mars.
I want to know how long you think it will be until a human sets foot on Mars.
Well, I think they're going to have to do a few more test flights, and you know they've landed on Mars, but they need more data. To make, I mean, I'm sure we have the technology to get someone there. Like we could probably send someone there in the next few years, but I don't think it would be safe yet. I mean, it'd be a crapshoot if someone's going to survive that long. So I think they're going to have to do a couple test runs, you know, to see if, you know, they could fly a dummy shuttle out there. I don't know if they'll fly a chimp anymore like they used to in the 50s and 60s and stuff, but, you know, that monitors oxygen levels, pressure, and this and that to see if it's, you know, the spaceship is going to be, you know, humanly, you know, capable. I mean, we have people out in the space station for hundreds of days and they're just fine, but this is a little different. They're going to be thrusting and then decelerating and stuff like that. They're, you know, the heating and cooling systems are going to work harder as you get further away from the sun. So there's all these parameters. So we have to do a couple test flights, and, you know, each test flight, if it's NASA, takes forever. But if SpaceX is doing it and it's a privately owned company, that could happen a little faster. A little faster. I mean, there's still lots of red tape and everything to fill out. But I mean, this is purely speculation.
And I'm not asking you
guessing.
to speed run this. We can.
I would like to think if they keep pushing within the next 10 to 15 years, I think we could have someone at least stepping on Mars, kind of like they did with the moon, and do a little jaunt, maybe stay for a couple hours, take some samples. Maybe it'd be a week. I don't know. We got to worry about radiation and all that stuff because it doesn't have an atmosphere like Earth. Gravity is going to be different. Days are kind of similar, but it doesn't spin the same way.
Right.
So I think it's possible. I mean,
it's totally possible.
10 years ago, I would have said, it's going to be a long time. But they've, you know, now that we have SpaceX, and then there's some other, you know, even like, you know, Jeff Bezos has done some stuff, and I don't know if I agree with how he's doing things, but I think we need to do this. I think it's something that pushes and gets people excited for life and right. Answers, you know, a little bit more of the unknown, a little bit more of the why and stuff like that. And it brings people together when it's something like that, because this is something that everyone dreams about. They look up to the stars and they're like, you know, what's out there? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter where you're from. I mean, once you want to know, I mean, I don't care who lands on there first. it'd be super cool to just know. I mean, they might get there and this is just a rock. It kind of sucks here. It's cold. There's, nothing of any value, but maybe they'll find some water there that's usable, and maybe they can, they talk about terraforming and stuff like that. I don't know how feasible that is. I think anybody living on Mars right now, it would be a real touch and go, hardcore camping type astronaut scenario. Yeah. And it wouldn't be for very long. So as far as habitation and stuff.
Have you seen Alone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like I'm in machining, so we deal with tenths of a thousandth of an inch.
Yeah.
Alone is 1/10 of Mars. Bro, like it's very difficult. Yeah. It's very it's an irrational thing, and I think not only is everything you said 100% accurate, I think if you're going to do it the right way, I think you have to set up a series of stations orbiting Mars first.
Yeah.
So there's zero chance of that Matt Damon movie happening.
Yeah. I love that. I love that movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
The Martian.
Yep.
The Martian.
Yeah.
Great movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite movies to throw on while I'm cleaning the house. Right?
Like it's fairly realistic. I mean, it gives. I mean,
good,
it makes you go.
Pretty good science.
It seems kind of possible.
Pretty good science.
Yeah.
As far as like hypothetical stretches.
They took some liberties here and there.
Yeah, of course. But like, I mean, come on. Like, if we're really talking about this, there's only 2 movies that have ever actually done it as well. Maybe 3. You've got, and we're comparing them to The Martian. You got Event Horizon.
Oh God, that movie just freaked me out. That one was a movie that made it hard to sleep at night for a little bit.
You want to talk about like actually what that could mean, the blending of the 2 ideas of religion and science and the multiverse and all that shit, cross dimensions, parallel universes, hell, heaven, all that.
Yeah.
Fucking Event Horizon, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's what's up. That movie will fuck your whole ass brain.
Oh yeah, that one. That'll fuck. I gotta watch it again. It's been a while, but I was just talking about Event Horizon the other day. I was like, what is the name of that movie where they're, I could describe the movie, and then I was like, Event Horizon.
Contact.
Yep.
And
I don't know if I remember Contact so much.
Oh, that's the Jodie Foster one.
Oh,
where they build the thing. So they receive the message, the binary code or whatever it is from fucking SETI or whatever it is, and then they decode it, and it's a blueprint. They build this thing. She travels through it. It looks like nothing happens, but when she falls through it, she goes through a wormhole, travels through space and time. I think I know which movie that.
I gotta watch that again. I gotta watch all these movies again.
Again, sound science.
Yeah.
They take some liberties, but again, like as far as like building something that's based on like, hey man, this is theoretically very, very plausible or accurate.
Yep.
And then the last one would be Interstellar, like specifically the black hole thing.
Yeah.
The way they imaged that black hole, like because again, it bothers me when people say we have pictures of black holes. Like we literally can't take a picture of a black hole.
Right. It's gonna suck it in.
But will you, since you're an actual scientist,
it's in the black hole.
Will you please, as an actual scientist, please, for once,
nobody will understand it if I explain it.
You can't take a picture of a black hole. It's literally impossible.
You can take a picture of the surroundings and how it looks weird and stuff like that, but
correct. And everything we have is basically like
you ever watch any of those videos where
right? it would be a rendering? How would you describe it?
You ever watch those videos on YouTube where it shows time exponentially going into the future and what's going to happen with Earth, and then Earth goes away, and then what starts happening with the universe, and and then they get to the end, and it's all these weird quirks and quarks.
If you do enough acid, that's also what happens. Just so you know, like if you do enough acid, that's exactly what happens.
So just watch that, and I don't need to do acid. All right.
No. Jokes aside, though, like I have actually absolutely had that. Like you're in a thought, and like you just like lean forward, and like man. Yeah, psychedelics or something, man. No fucking...
Never done any.
They'll show you the universe whether you're intellectually capable of
I've watched
understanding
people
it or
who are
not.
on them. I'm like, what is going on?
My favorite is when somebody's doing mushrooms or something for the first time and they go, "It's all connected, man." and then you just go, yeah, it literally is, dude. Like, welcome to the first step of understanding. Like, it's all fucking connected, bro. No, that one cracks me up too. But to get back to the Mars thing, I think if we're going to do it right, we have to have like a series of space stations.
Yes. So if something goes wrong, they'd have a place they could dock
within an hour.
Or it might just simply be food and refueling and stuff like that.
We have to be able to, the storms without an atmosphere, we have to be able to send down a rescue pod within 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the ability to have catastrophic loss of life.
They'll have to have some stations along the way, kind of like extra space stations that go along the way. And then around Mars, they're going to want some satellites that go around there. So if they set up an infrastructure, it'll be a lot safer for humans to go there. And then they can do all their analysis. Right. I mean, that's going to be a lot of money, but it's possible. I mean, there's some billionaires out there that are really into this stuff, and we get more, super rich people into it, they'll fund it.
Oh, not only will they fund it, they're going to get their return on it because the amount of mining, the rare, we call them rare earth minerals, bro. How about rare space minerals?
You have guys that want to go to space and will pay tons of dollars. Once we can make it a little safer, that's how they can start banking some of this money to build another station. And
how much did Lance Bass pay to just get into low Earth orbit, which is 0G, but not real space, right? So you're going to have probably a docking and refueling station at the moon. Wouldn't that be efficient? Rather than trying you would jettison a bunch of fuel to the moon.
Well, here's the problem.
And then get to the moon, then refuel.
The
then
Earth,
go from the
Earth, Mars, and the moon. They're all at different spots at different times. So there's a lot of math involved making sure that everything is kind of in line. You wouldn't want, a refueling station going the wrong way, and then we got to make another lap around the Earth.
But theoretically, you could just orbit around the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until the timing is right. And
right.
All right, now here we come.
I mean, we could send these out because they're all going to still try to orbit the sun. And, depending on where they are in orbit and how you set them, I mean, a lot of math can be done and approximate.
What is the answer, Jason? Can you get rid of that weird thing there?
Funding fell through, so.
No, but he paid for it. He went up there. Dude, AI is failing us. There's pictures of Lance Bass in space. Yeah. And that was a while ago is what I was getting at. Like, we did that inflation math earlier. The money that you're talking about you could raise, because that's the first step, is commercializing space.
Yeah.
They'll do it just like going up in the Space Needle, right? Like, you'll go up there and you'll eat food. It'll be a romantic dinner. They'll fucking figure out a way to do some stupid shit.
Because I don't think any government is going to fund it that far. Unless it creates a ton of jobs and national interest, and it doesn't tank the economy.
20 million.
I said 10 to 15. Before it becomes commercialized, it'll be a lot longer. But you could commercialize parts of it.
But the real rich people, $15-20 million ain't shit to them anymore.
Right.
Like, people like you and I would save our whole lives to do 20 million, which isn't as much as it was a long time ago, right?
Yep.
But these motherfuckers will just drop that to go to space, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that is.
You make a capsule where you could take 10 of them at a time,
Yeah, and that's definitely what they're going to do. And they'll do the stupid fucking Star Trek thing where they'll spin it at 1 mile an hour. The math has already been done. You just, 1 mile an hour, and you create artificial gravity. Is that what it is? I think it is, right? 1 mile an hour, right?
Yeah, it just depends on how it's designed, but
the mass involved. How much you're spinning? Is that what it is?
I haven't researched that much for.
I thought it was
I haven't researched artificial gravity that much.
Star Trek. I thought when Star Trek did it, somebody went and did the math, and they were like, "Yeah, no, that's legit. 1 mile an hour. That's all you got to do."
Yeah.
Maybe I made that up. Jason's looking it up for us. The larger the radius,
it depends on the radius.
The larger the radius requiring the slower rotation.
Yeah.
So maybe they were talking about the structure within.
So there's where you're getting your a structure with a radius of about 900 meters would need to spin at a rate of roughly 1 revolution per minute.
Is that 1 mile an hour?
900 meters. So you're looking at.
Can you do that math?
Three football fields going.
Right. No, that's 300 yards. That's pretty close, though.
No, I said 3 football fields.
Oh, yeah.
A little more than that, but imagine a big honking arm. So the whole thing.
So 900 meters is about 300 yards?
Yeah.
Is it?
No. Never mind. 9 football fields.
So 100 meters is about 100 yards?
Yeah, it's a little more.
Give or take?
Yeah.
Was it like 1.2 or some shit like that? How does that work? I can
there's
never
a
remember
screen
that
here.
shit. Hold on. It's the same exact screen. I was just going to grab a beer, so I happen to be looking that way.
I'll take another one unless you want a Coors Light.
Dude, you want another?
Yeah, I started with it. I'll do one more. These don't taste too bad right now.
I love these because I can basically, especially when I'm working in the yard,
cheers.
I can slam these and I never get drunk. They're basically non-alcoholic.
Your lawn mowing beers?
Mm-hmm. Like I've literally drank
there
like
it is.
7 of these.
1 meter equals 1.09.
It is super
so
close.
it's about 1.1.
It is super close. Thank you, Jason.
Welcome.
Yeah, I was thinking 300 feet to a yard, and I did bad rough math.
300 feet to a yard. That's really
no,
bad.
300 feet to 100 yards. Yes, that was. It's the land shark.
No, but I'm a huge space nerd, dude. So you think 15 years we'll have a guy on, even if he's just touching down, taking samples, hanging out for an hour?
I think it's possible. Some of it's going to depend on
15?
Politics and finance that happens over the next several years, but.
I originally said 30 to 50 years, and that was 10 years ago.
I probably would have said the same back then, but technology is keeps taking leaps and bounds, and computer models and processing are a lot faster. It's just making sure we can do it safely. Right,
and that's the thing is like, so what do you think about the Van Allen belt? Do you think this conspiracy of getting through the Van Allen radiation belt is real? Like, do you think this is a real problem that we did or did not solve? Like, because I do not buy the moon landing conspiracy. I know we landed on the moon. There's too much. There's too much.
There's always going to be
evidence.
Radiation out there. When you're kind of naked out there,
right.
You burn like that. But yeah, that's why we have to send test probes out there to measure all this stuff. So, and do it several times. So we are, fairly certain that you're probably going to make it.
Have you heard about this? Was it Operation Starfield?
Mm-mm.
So basically, it's part of the moon landing conspiracy, which I don't believe in, but I love conspiracies. Love them. Love them. In fact, most of them are real. Right? There's only a few bullshit ones out there.
If they're real, is it a conspiracy anymore?
Well, that's the rub. But there's only a few of them that are bullshit, and they're such bullshit.
Well, so do you want which conspiracy do you want to start with? You want to start with flat Earth?
That's bullshit. The Earth is not flat. That's a dumb.
No, there's a
dumb
model of the flat Earth.
No,
Come
it's
on,
not, and it's not hollow.
There's a dome,
and it's not hollow. This is dumb. All of this is dumb.
There's a whole flat Earth society. They have meetings and stuff.
My favorite conspiracy is the X-Files version of the JFK assassination, which is that somebody was in the gutter. Because it actually makes sense especially if you actually look at the way the road goes.
Oh,
and
I have a new one to add on that one.
Where there was somebody hanging in the sewer and they were in the gutter. and that's where the shot from the grassy knoll comes from, right? And like it actually everything checks out, the trajectory, everything. It's in X-Files, like. And I was just like kind of scratching my head watching this, and I was like, did they really just tell us how this happened? Because I don't know.
No, but I heard another theory that
that's the most plausible actual conspiracy.
Who was the gunman? It was Oliver. What's his name?
I don't fucking Oswald.
Oswald, yeah. Oliver, Oswald. So they said. So the last theory I heard is he did fire the first shot but missed.
Sure.
But
and so another shot was fired,
was actually shot by one of the Secret Service agents. That I don't know if they went over a bump or something, and trying to fire in defense or whatever. But
you mean like in the car?
In the car, and it went off and shot him.
I also think that's
maybe
bullshit.
one of the follower cars or something.
Yeah, I
like
also
that.
think so. There's the one
But
the driver conspiracy where he turned around and shot him like this. Like, sorry for the camera.
No, what they're saying it was an accident. Like the agent was ready to shoot and fire back maybe at Oswald, but then bumped and accidentally pulled the trigger or something weird like that.
Yeah. So okay. So here's
Does that make sense?
I don't know about that one. That one sounds like somebody new is making that up, because that doesn't really make any sense. But there is a version of that I've heard for years, which is that the driver. And now, for the cameras, I have to do this in reverse. So for the cameras, I'm going to use my right hand, but you just, in your mind, invert it, right?
Yep.
So for you, I'm just going to do it in reverse.
Okay.
But basically, the driver allegedly turns around, pulls a gun, and
shot him point blank.
Right in the face.
But it would have been much more brutal, wouldn't it have?
Well, I mean, it was pretty brutal. So, like, I don't buy that one either.
You'd think
I don't buy
they
that
could
one
forensically tell if it was close range or far.
It depends.
Right?
So it depends on the speed of the bullet and the caliber of the bullet, right?
So maybe it was a really small weapon, but at close range, it was lethal.
Right. Yeah. And I'm not a ballistics expert, but I don't think that's legit. I don't think that's a good theory.
Do you think they're going to find anything in the new files?
I think he got 8,000 documents. I'm going to use AI. I'm going to use
that's
AI.
a ridiculous amount of
I'm going to use
pages
AI.
to go through.
Dude, bro, I'm going to use AI. This is where I want to go with this.
Have they all been scanned and uploaded? And
they're apparently out there. I haven't had time yet. This weekend. That's all I'm going to say is this weekend, dude. This weekend, me and AI, we're going.
You're just going to go into
deep.
AI and go, tell me what happened in one paragraph.
I mean, I'm going to do a little bit more than that, but
he shot himself.
Here's what I'll actually do. If you really want to know how I'm going to try to do it, is I'm going to use Grok from Twitter, because I think that's the best AI out there right now. And I'm going to try to break down the 8,300 pages down, and I'm going to ask it to break it down in 1,000-page chunks.
Oh.
Right? So in 1,000-page chunks,
You're still
summarize that.
Try to go through all those pages? That's
summarize
like
that.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something.
Well, is what I'm going to try to, more like the Bible, right? Like I'm going to try to, and I'm going to go, okay, break this down, and then I'm going to try to tell it to get rid of certain filler words.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, I've started to learn how to use the prompts in AI. Have you fucked with AI at all?
No.
Dude, if you do it right. Bro, if you do it right, it's fucking...
Now, at Guitar Center, we use AI for descriptions on used gear. It's actually kind of cool.
That's why I have such a horrible experience.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
It's new within the last...
I'm totally joking.
Within the last few months, because normally we'd have to type in a description or...
I'm joking, dude.
But now we do AI, and it does... I don't know how it does its web search or whatever, and it's super accurate.
That's super interesting, dude.
I mean, once in a while it screws up, and we have to override it and type in the right stuff. But
sure.
And when we take pictures, now when we take pictures of used gear, I could take a picture of a guitar right in front of you and all this background.
It'll
automatically white it out, and you'll have a perfect picture. So
Man.
it's actually that's where the use of AI is pretty cool, and now most of us don't mind taking pictures and
right.
And
no,
uploading.
That's legit though, because when we were in Edina, we fucking like spent time like polishing the guitar.
It was a pain in the butt.
And like we had a backdrop, and like we would take pictures at angles because we learned if you really spent, and we'd like change the lighting and shit because we learned if you really
Okay,
did
but
this
you have
right,
you have a special spot
we would
now.
sell this
Imagine
fucking guitar quick.
now. Imagine a drum set. You can't quite get it into that area and stuff like this.
We
Now
would stack it. No, we would fucking, dude, we would make it work, dude. This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, there was times we had to go outside the door and, like, take
no,
a
but
weird, awkward
but you
fucking-
would spend 10, 15 minutes sometimes. Now I just stack it up, take a picture, done.
Yeah, that's amazing.
it's-
and it matters.
so this
and
is a
that's what
good
I'm saying.
a
I'm
good use of
validating it.
technology.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I'm saying, like, getting good pictures of used gear sold our gear faster
Yep.
than other stores
Well,
who
now
had the same
we're
guitar
required to
sitting
take
there.
5 or 6 pictures, so we do different angles. It won't let it pass, or we get yelled at by managers if we don't do the right
That's
number of pictures.
awesome.
So, which makes it a lot easier for now I'm getting all corporate, but
No, but it's good. If you guys are still on commission, that's good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's good for you guys. You make more sales. That's it. You know, or even if you're not commission, if it's bonus tiers or whatever the fuck, it's all the same thing, right? Which I hope to God you guys are, because
no, we're still commissioned.
I don't.
I mean,
ever-
we make our base pay plus commission.